Herkese iyi akşamlar. Welcome back to Tom Plays Europa Universalis 4 for absolute beginners. We're back with the Ottomans. Things are going relatively well. Probably, to be honest, going to attack Wallachia. But let's just have a look at Hungary, because we do still have missions to fulfill with Hungary. Right, they've lost one of their allies, but it's not one of the important ones. So they've still got Great Britain, Austria and Russia. And to be honest, despite being currently under attack by Mazovia, Krakow isn't tiny anymore. And apparently no one is willing to join in with us. Bohemia's in debt, Lithuania's in debt, everyone else is too far away. Okay, so what about Wallachia? They only have Russia. And that's it. So we'll still have no one joining in with us. But I think they're a much better option. So what we should definitely do, if Russia's going to attack us, is we should fabricate some claims on Russia as well. So let's stop improving relations with Bohemia, because we already know they're not keen to join in. Our marriage from Astrakhan, that's one of our vassals, so it's definitely okay. And I'm going to want to start building a spy network with Russia. There we go. So the plan with Wallachia... Actually, how about you stay there? I'll split you up, so you stop losing people. Yeah, sorry, so the plan with Wallachia is we want to take these two provinces, which will finally join the Ottoman nation together. So we should lose a little bit that says we're the Ottoman Pontic Steppe. For some reason these are in very small writing. And we should just be the Ottomans, I'm assuming. But in any case, we won't need to rely on ships anymore to get through. I'm hoping when we take Qoyunlu next time, well, attack them, that will take them entirely, we can also get this piece of land, because that would also allow us to go through now that Georgia's our vassal. So yeah, hopefully we'll effectively be surrounding most of the Black Sea. Okay. So we have, well, we fought Muscovy before. I suspect Russia was Muscovy. They usually are. So while they have quite a lot of size, I do think we can handle them without too many issues. And Wallachia, of course, is much smaller than us. So I'm not too worried about this one. Thinking hopefully. So the interesting thing about this one is it's technically a European one. So I suppose realistically, should we take land on the west to distinguish it from when we attack Russia and Kazan later? France wants military access, I have no problem with that. Not about to argue with the French, although they are a little diminished now. I see Britain's managed to make a comeback on the continent, and Spain is happily eating into them a little. Well, they're fighting back though. We'll see. The more they fight each other, the better. Oh, Morocco's back. That's good to see. Alright, this is just a generally negative thing, where we're going to gain some corruption, which is unfortunate. Yeah, they're even a fellow Sunni. Okay, and we are going to have to worry about the Mamluks at some point. I think they have integrated Shamar, which arguably makes them even more powerful. However, we can at least finish off the parts of our mission which involve Qoyunlu first. I don't suppose we'll ever be able to vassalize Mazandaran, will we? So we'll probably end up fighting them as well. Never mind. Never mind. How are our spies doing? Ooh. Okay, this is interesting. Radical reform. So two of our advisors have basically come up with a new idea which involves giving us a huge boost in mercantilism, which is a good thing in terms of money. Now our alternative is to gain a big boost in monarch points, which certainly in the past I used to always go for, because monarch points are so much better in a lot of ways. However, we have been struggling with money, so I wonder if a mercantilism might actually be a better option. We've got quite a lot of stability, and also our administrative and diplomatic power is a little less useful at the moment because of the institution we haven't embraced. Then again, we're not a huge mercantile nation. So here's another thought. We do have a gold mine in Kosovo. Maybe if I just fire them both and use the points to develop the gold mine, might be a better option. So Kosovo. This is perhaps worth mentioning. I definitely wasn't going to go into this at all for the Ottomans, but when you have an institution in the process of spreading, developing the province will actually boost the institution. So you can actually see it with this here, open institution. You see the printing press. We're getting so much per month, which is based on our overall development. And also we're currently 3.12% towards embracing it. Now we're primarily trying to get this gold mine closer to 10 by increasing development. But if you watch the printing press as well, you'll find that it actually gets a real boost. I'm going to get this to 20 simply because it allows you to build an extra building when you get to 20. So we've now got 4 building slots. To be fair, I'm not sure we're going to be building any buildings with it being a gold province, but it's now got a base production of 9. To be honest, it's probably enough. I might just leave it there. I think we've made full use of the extra points we got. That province is much closer to getting the printing press. They're expecting us to have it in there in 5 years, and yeah, we should find it gives us much more money now. I have to say it's not immediately obvious, and of course our inflation is now going up because gold does increase your inflation. So +1 advisors, which is all we can afford. We'll get a national tax modifier because we're still low on money. Oh, we've got another trade efficiency, so that's good. So hopefully we'll still have positive money. We'll see how it goes anyway. We've increased the productivity of our gold mine, which is something that was probably missing from the strategies. Apparently we still can't fabricate a claim. So let's speed things up a bit. Oh, this is good. So I think this is because we went for defensive ideas early on. This is a random effect you get from defensive ideas, which has just given us extra local defensiveness in Constantinople. We almost certainly won't need it, because I'll be surprised if anyone gets anywhere near Constantinople at the moment with the way things are going, but we'll see. Okay, we're going to have some separatists in Trabzon, which is here. Not an ideal place. I'm going to reintroduce the fort there. Crimean separatists, less worried about those. Mansur, which is there. We have plenty of armies around there, and those are the only 2 that are coming up anytime soon. So let's just speed up time. Lost a general. I'm going to worry till we actually need one, because our latest, well, one of our national ideas now increases tradition yearly. What have we got? Okay, some Sultan. Oh, that's interesting. Have we lost our Sultan? Sultanate of Women. I think she'll have a job supporting irrigation projects in the Egyptian desert, given that we don't actually rule Egypt yet. So what have we got? We have... oh, she's a really good ruler. Or we can get her as an advisor and gain a big boost to points. I think, to be honest, I'd rather have her as a ruler though. She looks really good. So, we're going to pay the Janissaries again. Okay. Mushasha's offered us a royal marriage. I'm absolutely up for that. Okay, we have denouncement of sect practices, which is good. Enforce religious unity, which is also good. So we're going to go for both of those. Okay, we can make a claim, but we need to make at least 2 before we attack. Oop, hang on. Okay, so here's the downside of having accepted her as a ruler. Okay. They don't trust her. Oh right, she's originally Ruthenian. So we do better there, but we're going to struggle with in Turkish provinces. Well, that's fine. I just want to leave it a bit before making a claim so that the claims don't run out as fast. Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay, Mushasha wants our aid in attacking Qara Qoyunlu. I'm actually up for doing that, because we do have claims there ourselves. Okay, and the other thing was that one of our spies has been caught. This one. So we're down to 24, so we're only going to be able to make 1 claim. Okay. So all things considered, I might actually go for Bratslav. I'm just thinking, given this is meant to be us attacking the Europeans, I feel a lot better than I did about see, I'm not actually sure which provinces my claims are on. Also notice that these guys are... oh, never mind. I'll tell you what, let's take them all down. For now. A horrible feeling our claims might be these 2 provinces, which are probably the ones Mushasha is going for as well. But on the other hand, honouring our alliance with them may give us a much better chance of vassalising them. So let's do it. Let us do it. Going to leave this army up here. Can you both live on Kirim? You can. Okay, that's something. Okay, so let's improve relations with you again. So I'm hoping straight after the war, if we don't make a separate peace, will be our best chance to vassalise them. Okay, well this is going to involve losing money again, but we're also going to gain military power. We also get a much cheaper +2 advisor. Let's go for that. Even though I would like to have the discipline. Okay. Because unfortunately it's probably going to push the war against Europe back again. Ah, yes. Great Horde Separatists. Not a problem. That's what this army's here for. The thing that does worry me is it might, if we do gain any provinces from this, which we may not because I'm planning on letting Mushasha set the peace terms, we could end up gaining aggressive expansion again. Ah. Now thinking about it, we should also start giving them subsidies if we can. Which we can. I wasn't sure because we are technically in debt. Sometimes it objects to you giving gifts and subsidies if you're actually in debt yourself. I may end up following this army. Royal marriage. That's good. Yeah, we're definitely getting there. Hopefully be able to throw in a gift soon as well, and that will do it. So unfortunately I'm going to have to divert an army to deal with them. How's this siege doing? Nearly there. We wanted. Come on, get moving. Got a bunch of invaders. Okay, let's slow this down. It's getting a bit chaotic. Alright, anything else we need? Well, we can take that to land. Another military idea. Not a very useful one, I have to say. It's more useful when you have ships sailing very long distances, which we really don't. We mostly stick around the Black Sea. So yeah, slightly different to a lot of our wars. In this case, we're deliberately waiting for Mushasha to make peace. So, could happen at any time. Oh, it has. There we go. Right, have we gained anything? No. Oh, no we have. They've ceded something to Georgia, and we can now actually just walk through here because Georgia's our vassal. So, fair enough. Okay, so, Mushasha. Let's proclaim a guarantee. So what have we actually gained? We have gained... We honoured the alliance and fought to the end, which gives us plus 20. So we're going to give them a gift as soon as we can. Get my army back up to that fort. This army, again, I'm going to need here, an Ingil. That's good. It's like worry then, but it might have got too big for us to vassalise. The economic thing again. But no, we're fine. Okay. Biggest gift we can do. 176. So, what else? We can improve relations. The subsidies are going to go up all the time. The problem is, the stuff we got for honouring the alliance and fighting to the end is going to go down. But then so is the aggressive expansion. It looks like the benefit of the aggressive expansion going down should outweigh the drawbacks. So I think we're going to do this. Just needs time. So, where's this next uprising coming? It's Crimea. It's fine. Poltava, on the other hand, is a little trickier. So you're fine. You're fine. Oh right, Poltava's here, so it's not trickier at all. That's good. Excellent. So everyone's happy. I'm going to start fabricating claims on Wallachia. Bessarabia. We've had this before. We're going to ban offensive storage from a realm. Should be looking quite legalistic now, hopefully. 83, not bad. Not bad at all. Oh no, sorry, that's religious unity. Actually, that's not bad. That's surprisingly good. Piety, 32. Oh, we've got some benefits from it at least. I'm deliberately ignoring the new technology option because until we actually start losing monarch points because we've got too many. I think that was Hungary being called spying there. We don't have a spy in Hungary. Haven't actually got rid of the spy in Russia, so they're making gains again now. Basically, this will be much cheaper in terms of administrative points once we embrace the printing press. And that's, the embracing is getting cheaper all the time in theory. As it spreads, still don't have it in Kosovo, but that's at 80% now, thanks to the boost we gave it, and that will boost it for all these other countries around Kosovo. So yeah, it is spreading quite well. What I didn't particularly mention was the thing we did with Kosovo, where we were giving it a boost every time we did development. That is basically how you tend to deal with it when you're playing as Muscovy or Russia, because you're so slow to get institutions across your enormous country, so you have to kind of find a way to increase development to make them spread faster. So it's not something we'll probably need to worry about much until we actually get to Muscovy. So the European nations don't really have that problem, and the Ottomans don't really have that problem much. They have it a bit, but not to the extent that Russia has it. The Ottomans are quite well developed anyway. So, where do we stand? We've got too many diplomatic relations, which is fine. Do wonder if we should be parting with Lithuania, because they've been no use. So let's just dissolve the alliance. Because that will, yeah, improves our diplomatic points every month. Okay. So, apart from expecting uprisings, we're basically concerned with this. We're going to try to get Mushasha as a vassal finally. Quite a big vassal as well. It's actually a shame in a way that we've had this before. So it's just more corruption, nothing we can do. It's a shame in a way that we really are going to have to vassalise them in order to fulfil our missions. Conquer Mesopotamia. So I think that's the next mission. Oh no, possibly. Yeah. It's got to be Conquer Mesopotamia is the one we're getting from these areas. Conquer Levant will be the Mamluks, which we are going to have to get back to. But I don't think it'll count as us having conquered them until we actually integrate the vassal. I might be wrong. Suppose we'll find out. Losing money again. Shia Zealots. Guessing we have a missionary there who's about to get booted out. It's a shame, but I just can't get there fast enough to stop it. Never mind. Right, so this should still be going up. 181. Oh, there goes another one. Poltava. I thought our diplomat had been caught then. It's a diplomat from Russia that's been caught. Okay, so Cherkasy. Apologies for the terrible pronunciation. Okay, so the one with the general goes there, the one without the general goes behind. These guys can go back to Kirim. Slow things down a bit again. How are we doing? Plus 182, but part of that's the improved relations going down, so that's fine. Crimean and Iraqi. Okay, well, Crimean, no big deal there. I've got loads of armies around there. Iraqi separatists, though. Baghdad, no armies near there. I need to get this army somewhere nearby. Anywhere. Oh, Baghdad itself has enough of a supply limit. Hostile rhetoric. One of our ambassadors is being unhelpful. Let's smooth it over. I have enough problems with aggressive expansion without it seeming worse than it is. Okay, might go back to Ostara again. Unfortunately, our missionary was kicked out before they finished the job. Making money again. Interesting. Not enough to pay back any loans yet. The loans cost interest, so if you don't have enough money, they actually contribute to the problem. So it's often best to pay loans off before doing any other cost-saving measures. What do we root out? We're actually rooting out more corruption than we need to, I think. I don't know if that was costing us money. Okay. So, still stuck on this. I want to get this finished before we think about invading Europe. Lost some money. Oh, hang on. Is that our diplomat in Wallachia? Have they just been caught? They have. Well, I'm not ready to move anyway, so I'm going to leave a spy in place like we did with Russia. Still hoping to get these guys dealt with. Coffee boom. Fair enough. Hang on. Right, so we've got enough money to repay a loan, so let's repay it. Mali is doing better. I'm so happy for them. Doesn't really affect us much. How much of the world can we actually see now? So we're aware of Mali. Extreme practices again, so again just towards legalism. Oh, here's Mali down here. It's not the hugest country at the moment. Still can't see any of the new world. I would assume that... Oh, quite a lot of the Indian Ocean though. I'd assume that the colonial nations are able to see them. We're just learning things at second hand. And we do have a fair handle on this area. Almost up to Australia. Just not aware of the Americas yet. As a country. Doesn't really affect us, since we're basically spreading out where we are. So we won't ever actually head towards the Americas. Unless we have a tremendous change of plan. I've actually been quite lucky with the rebels this time around. Mostly appeared in places where we can afford to have them appear. Okay. Now I have a feeling that I should not take the next military idea, especially because it's to do with ships, and should worry instead about my technology level. It's mostly Wallachia we're concerned about as a European. They are still on 15. We're on 15, so we're even Stevens with Malays. Russia's behind us on 13, which is as you would pretty much expect. Fabricate another claim on Russia, so I guess I'll go for Lubnia. Might be getting ready for the attack now. Just almost there with the vassalisation. In fact, if we improve relations one more time, that should probably do it. Especially with the other effects, which are going up, effects. Okay, Timurids want some help against Luristan. Luristan, I have a feeling, is quite small. Yeah, that's fine. I'll accept that. I don't think we even need to do anything for such a small nation. Now in theory we could now vassalise them. Except that apparently they're not at peace. Oh, I see, they're fighting Yemen. Fair enough. So Luristan I'm not going to bother with because they're so small. Some of our vassals will probably come over and help. So I think we'll have fulfilled our obligations to the Timurids anyway. Going to need to watch our admin points here. Really? Come on, Timurids. This country's tiny, you should be able to deal with them without me having to send my army down. Okay, that's a start. Shame really, Luristan might have been a good option for Armenian separatists. Still mostly Qoyunlu's problem, I think, or Mazandaran's. Ah, right, yes. I'll go with they can do things on their own. Gonna try and improve trade a little. Oh, this is finished. Offer vassalisation. There we go. We are finally there. Oh, and it does work. Apparently that counts as fulfilling our mission. So we have conquered Mesopotamia. And we now have Qatar, Hufuf, Awel, Hasa and Najd. Alright. Right, I see. So presumably we've got something on the Mamluks here. The whole idea is for us to move our claim down into this area. Which is fine, but seeing as we've fulfilled that mission, I'd rather keep these guys as vassals for a while. I'm more inclined, to be honest, to vassalise Georgia. Because they're so small. We can't... Oh, they're at war. Well, we're at war. Okay. So where does this leave us? I suppose, to be fair, it leaves us technically in a war, but also poised to invade Russia and Europe. Maybe we can just get to the end of the war so we can get our vassals back. Armenian separatists again. Whoop. Russian spy has been discovered, as in our spy in Russia. Yeah. Never mind. The reason I'm rushing over whenever I see that is that after a spy is discovered, your spy network starts actually going down instead of up. So it's at the highest it's going to be for a while, so I always rush to check if there's anything I can do before it starts dropping, otherwise it would just be wasted points. But as it is, because we already had a couple of claims, 3 claims I think, we'd need 35 to make another one. So hopefully the Timurids war will be over soon, and we can get back to looking at Europe. Come on, Timurids. Oh, right. That is an emergency. We have reached our maximum monarch power. So I'm going to have to bite the bullet and take some technology. Might end up having to do it for the diplomatic power as well. We need 1252. I might even see if we can just borrow the money from the bank just to claim the institution before I waste any more monarch power. And they have accepted peace, which is great. So, with that in mind, we just give our vassals a bit of time to get themselves back into their usual position. Okay, I want some royal marriage. I have no problem with that. So, Wallachia is fabricating another claim. So we've got both of these, which are the ones we really want. So let us take... Let's take Severin as our other one. So that's one of the ones that we would have got in any case. As part of our missionary, had we been able to attack Hungary, had they not had 3 great allies. Thankfully, Wallachia only has 1 great ally, and probably the least threatening of the 3 that Hungary has. So, yeah, I think to be honest, we've got 3 in each place. Ooh, this is interesting. So this is down to the printing press. So we're printing things, and there's a load of slander going on. So we're not going to like this. So what have we got? Now this is a problem, because if we do censorship, we lose 25 support for printing press. And it's really going to harm us in terms of embracing the institution, which we really want to do. On the other hand, it does improve local unrest. However, if we cannot control the free word, we gain support for it, but we do gain a lot of local unrest in 4 provinces: Aintab, Halab, Hama and Antakya, and we also lose missionary strength there. However, I think that's a better option because we really do need to embrace it. So, yeah, might actually look into borrowing money to embrace it, because that's presumably gone down a bit anyway, and we could do with getting the next military tech if we can as well. Oh, we can. We already can. Ardal and Separatists, they have risen in Mushasha. That's unfortunate timing. Still, I'll send someone down to deal with them. But yeah, hopefully, after that little side quest there, take on Qara Qoyunlu again. Hopefully we can get back to opening up this area as well, so we'll effectively be encircling the whole Black Sea, which is nice. No more relying on ships. But we'll leave that for next time. So I'll see you then.